Hello, my dear friends. Hello, loved ones. Hello, everybody out there. Thank you so much for joining me. Freddie Cooks International Soul Food. We're having burritos. So I am not going to waste your time. I'm going to actually cut into one of these, as you probably already saw me prepare it. See if we can get a cross section of one of these lovely burritos. Chipotle style. All right. Oh, this is gonna be good. I think I got a theme song, y'all. Is that the pork or the pork? That's the steak burrito. Oh, that looks so good. Okay, Lord, thank you for this food I'm about to receive. Let it nourish and strengthen my body for Christ's sake. Amen. Oh, gosh. Oh gosh, this is gonna be good. I already know. I was gonna see if I can get a better thumbnail than that, but I don't know. It's gonna have to work. mm. And it is good. Y'all, there is not a Chipotle within an hour and a half of where I live. And so, the good news is, what's the good news? Good news is, I guess I can tell you if I don't keep stuff in my mouth. You can already see what the good news. I got my own burritos here. I'm going to try this salsa. Mateo's Gourmet Uniquely Different Hot Salsa. Let's give it a try. It looks good, looks delicious. Okay, let's see. Mateo. Highly recommended. Anything to make me buck my eyes when I first put it in my mouth is a winner. And it's actually got good spice to it. Great flavor. Put a little lime juice. How we doing out there? Hope you're doing well. Today is Wednesday, November 3rd, Election Day. Bum, bum, bum. Y'all, I hope you're doing okay. All of you out there who have already exercised your right to vote, or your right not to vote, here in America that is a right. Although I realize that we spend a lot of times fighting for rights over here and protesting for rights. But you do have a right not to vote. That's your right. And people will try to, and for some reason, look down on those people who decide not to vote. And there are people who choose not to vote for various reasons, but it doesn't matter. If you want to vote, go vote. Now, if you are not educated about who's running and who's not running, and you're just not voting just because, well, be honest, you still have that right. Because this is America the last time I checked. But unfortunately, we have people that look down on you when you decide not to go with the majority. However, I hope you are not consumed with all of the politics. And so I'd like to give you some encouragement, whoever you are out there. Because depending on when you see this, the election may be over and it might not, because it's still going. Although they're just dragging it along, I'm pretty sure they already know the outcome. The reason I say that is because right now, this very second that I'm speaking, the vote count is like Biden with 260, Trump with 214. Actually, Biden with 264 and Trump with 216. So technically, Biden only needs 6 electoral votes to win. Basically, he just needs Nevada, and he's won. Now, Nevada is already leaning toward Biden with like 75% of the votes in. It's been like that half of the day. But of course, they're going to string us along just so we can get sucked in. I'm not sucked in. I happen to check every now and then just to see. And I get right back off because I'm not getting sucked in and consumed in that. And that brings me to my point of encouraging you all not to get sucked up, no matter what the outcome is. Don't get consumed with whatever the outcome is, because at the end of the day, it's going to be what it's going to be, and we have to adjust accordingly. Because whatever is not in our control, it's not in our control, but we can control what we can control. Now, things that are most important to everybody: food, shelter, and clothing. Those are the basic needs. At least that's what I learned in school, and it proves to be true. I'm not finished. Don't look at me like that. Blue raspberry, 5-calorie drink mix. You already know I don't have a straw, but I'm going to get one. Hang on. Bloop. Yes. The question is, do you have your basic needs? There are always going to be poor people in the land, always. It's unfortunate. We do what we can. You do what you can to help someone in need. There's going to always be the haves and the have-nots. It has always been. And I know everyone is hopeful. It's good to be hopeful. You do what you can. We do what we can. But don't get caught up in the politics. I know it's very important. I understand why people are anxious of the outcome. So many different issues. And I don't plan to talk about this long, but I just want to encourage you, don't get consumed. Please. Why? Because if you put all of your faith and trust in a man who don't even have complete control right now, still subject to the House and the Senate right now, and if you know anything about men, fleshly men with flesh and blood, men always have the capability to let you down, no matter who it is. And so, of course, you are choosing between these two men and hoping and thinking and praying that one of them have, or are least likely to let you down. Keep in mind, this is still a man, and you cannot put all of your hope in this one person, or you're already setting yourself up for defeat and failure. Now, I know there's a lot of, again, I've said, a lot of political issues. We're talking about foreign policy, economics, jobs and healthcare, safety, just so many different things, immigration. All of these things are important to a lot of different people. It's important to all of us collectively as Americans. Yes, some issues are more important than others, but the reality is this nation is already divided. And I'm just talking truth here. They need to talk so seriously like this. I'm going to try to get off of this in a moment. But politics in itself makes this nation divided. Republican, Democrat, liberal, conservative. I've heard conservative people and I've observed conservative Republican people on the internet who talk about quote unquote liberals like they're people from outer space, and that they are not worthy liberals. I'm saying they, whoever would classify yourself as a liberal or a Democrat or the other, according to conservatives. And I've also listened to Democrats or people who vote Democrat who talk about Republicans like they're non-existent, like they're dogs. But Republicans don't have just one face. Democrats don't have just one face. There are many different beliefs and values across the spectrum. There are many things that the Democratic Party, many choices, values, or what have you, that a lot of people who vote Democrat don't really agree with, but they are voting for a lesser evil. But at the same time, there are many people in the Republican Party who don't necessarily agree with everything in the Republican Party, but they're voting for mostly of what they believe in. So either way it goes, both parties, some people in both parties still end up voting against their own beliefs. For instance, there's a lot of people in the Republican Party voting against their own selves. People who are poorer, really poor, but very conservative, vote Republican. But the last time I checked, they were working on a second stimulus for the C word stimulus after the first one. Now, it's great that we all got $1,200 checks. I needed a $1,200 check. I had bills due. Thank you. But that had to happen. If we didn't get a stimulus check for that, after so many people did not have jobs, even jobs didn't have jobs, that had to happen. Or that was basically political suicide if the government didn't come to the aid. But it became political, you see, very quickly when they started discussing a second check, and we still haven't seen a second check and probably will not see another one. But the whole point here is we're still divided. No matter who wins, we're still going to be divided because you just have different people with different ideas of how to do things. So you're going to have to, yes, I'm talking directly to you, figure out how you're going to adapt to whatever happens. If you got food, if you got shelter, if you got clothing, then you're already off to a great start. And if you got more food, if you can choose what you want to eat every day and say, I don't want this, I'm going to eat that. I don't want to put on this today, I think I'm going to put on that. And you don't even have to worry about where you're sleeping. Now, you're already abundantly blessed. Okay? Okay. May not have health care. Maybe living check to check. Chances are, not always, but chances are, these ain't new problems. They were same thing that was going on under our last president and the president before that president are the same things that's going on. So the hope and the change that we put all in the power of this one man, I need you to relinquish some of that. I need you to take some of that back and take it into your own hands to build your own success. And do not put your faith in a man, because guess what? The world is going to keep on turning until it stops. And you can't control it. You can control what you can control. That's enough said. I'm off of my soapbox. And I'm eating my burrito. Eat my burrito, baby. Don't it look good, y'all? I know it looks a little raggedy right here, but y'all, I'm telling you, it's good. You just gonna have to take my word for it. Oh, boy, that don't look good. I was trying to let y'all see it, but I can't see where I'm putting this stuff. Okay. Let me tell you something. I didn't record. I sat down to record a mukbang day before yesterday. I was doing a review of Hardee's prime rib prime rib cheddar Angus thick burger. How about I got all the way to the end, ate all of my food, and I didn't record a single thing. Camera wasn't even on. Who do that? And if you didn't understand what I just said, who does that? Question mark. Me. I'm so mad. So I was reviewing the cheddar Angus, the prime rib, and it's good. I actually enjoyed it. Unfortunately, you just didn't get to see it. I want to go back to politics just a little bit. Not going to stay long. It's really not politics. It's really more for my Christian fan base out there. For my believers out there. The word says to come out of her, my people. Come out of her. Come out of who? Come out of Babylon. Now, what is Babylon? Where is Babylon? Unfortunately, whether you go to church or not, you may not have heard of it because now churches don't really talk about that portion of the Bible. Things have been more driven toward blessings and prosperity and miracles. And you don't get that part, unfortunately. But it's very, very important, especially for this time in our lives, because we're getting closer. We're basically here at the turning point of the millennium. Really quickly, Babylon was a real place. What is now portion of Iraq. And it began with the Tower of Babel. This is not going to be a full Bible study, but I'm going to have to tell you. That's where the Tower of Babel was built. They were building a city. They were building a government. Basically a kingdom up to that reach the heavens. So Babylon now it is a physical place, and it's also symbolism. There's a spiritual Babylon, and there's a physical Babylon and a spiritual Babylon. Many will say that Babylon is still Arabia or Iraq. Some would say that it's Rome. I'm going to tell you, probably against popular belief, that the physical place is America. But it's important to know the spiritual aspects of Babylon. Very important. Because when the Bible speaks of coming out of Babylon, yes, Babylon will be destroyed. The physical and the spiritual Babylon. Let's talk about the spiritual Babylon being politics, religion, and the marketplace. These are the places where people get sucked into because it's our way of living. It's our daily lives that we are into the political arena. We shop in the marketplaces for food, for clothing, for fashion. It becomes this dog eat dog world, and all of those, even in religion. And I'm not just talking about one religion, I'm talking about the world's religion. It's a dog eat world. There is the hierarchy in all of these. And so it's like a matrix. Now, I'm not giving you some conspiracy. I'm not saying that we live in a program system. There are parallels with the movie The Matrix. But I'm not saying we live in a program, but there is a matrix. Basically, we're living in this world where these things that I mentioned, politics, religion, and the economy makes the world go around. These are our daily interactions in the marketplace. Bible says, come out of her, my people. Come out of Babylon. This system of hierarchy, this system of getting sucked into all of this drama, trying to be 16,000 millionaire, whatever that means. Everybody want to be a rapper, a singer. Not saying it's not good to chase your dreams and goals, but Babylon can be a place of deception. And people constantly chasing money, I don't want to say pipe dreams, because chasing your dreams definitely can land you in a very lucrative place. But lucrative and being successful in the terms of money does not equal happiness. Ask several of those people who committed suicide. I'm not going to call any names, but there are several multi-millionaires who've committed suicide for various reasons. So we know that money doesn't buy happiness. We know that the temporal love that we see today in multiple remarriages does not equal happiness, because obviously we didn't get it right the first time. So we remarry, trying to find true happiness, and some people still never find it because we're looking for peace in all of the wrong places. We are worshiping, putting our faith in things that cannot truly sustain us. So that's why the marketplace, the religious systems, and politics is very deceptive. Now, I'm not saying don't believe in faith and don't believe in God, but there's so many different religions. Everybody have their own belief, which I've talked about this prior in my dinner conversations. But everybody, I'm just saying, do not get sucked into Babylon, because she is falling. On a lighter note, this is the bomb. Stay up. No stress. Oh. So I went there. I didn't mean to get all deep. Somebody need to hear that. I'm very aware of that. And if it was just one person, I'm grateful for you that you're here. Okay. I'm about to wrap this baby up. I'm getting full. My burritos are pretty big. I don't think it was quite as big as my Chipotle burritos. Because most of the time, I could only eat one Chipotle burrito. And I'm stuffed to the max. There's no way I can eat 2 Chipotle burritos the way I fill it up. And I can barely eat this last little piece. I'm not sure if I can. That's recommended. Mateo's hot salsa. I know they have it at Publix. I think I got this one at either Winn-Dixie or Walmart. Definitely recommend it. Dang, that's good. Y'all. Oh my gosh, I love it. If you want a low calorie something to drink, when I say low calorie, I'm talking about 5 calories. Now, Starburst Blue Raspberry. I found this in the dollar store. I also have seen it in CVS. So good. Now, if you want more flavor, use 2 packs to 1 bottle of water. Of course, you're only supposed to use 1, but if you use 1, it tastes more like NutraSweet tasting. 2, I've gotten used to it. It don't really taste like NutraSweet to me, but I would try it. Only 5 calories, no sugar. I don't know why I'm promoting. Oh, because I love it. That's why. I want you to try it. I want you to have something good to drink. Okay, I'm just talking and rambling now. Thank you so much for joining me, Freddie Cooks International. I hope you enjoyed this mukbang. It's been all over the place. Happy to see you. I hope you're just as happy to see me. Until next time, signing off.